נשמת כל חי תברך את שמך, אדוני אדוני אלוהינו, נשמת כל חי תברך את שמך, אדוני אלוהינו.
נשמת כל חי תברך את שמך, אדוני אלוהינו. נשמת כל חי תברך את שמך, אדוני אלוהינו.
כל עצמותי תאמרנה אדוני מי כמוך,
Once again, we gather for this hour of remembering, part of the Kol Ami community. It's time for a journey as we begin our Yizkor. With the passing of the year, this is our moment, for all of us who may wish to do so, to once again take this journey of memory. For those among us whose loss is very recent, who still find ourselves in the midst of the deeper places of mourning, we may have no need for this journey. We may instead wish to spend time with our own thoughts or readings in our Machzor, beginning on pages 540 or 541. Yet for those of us so inclined, with memories and hearts open, this could once again be one of the more meaningful moments of these holy days.
Yizkor time brings to mind many of the faces of those whom we have loved and lost. Images and memories are aroused by all of our senses, some of it which may be painful. Yet equally powerful are the sweet and gentler memories that make us smile, that uplift our hearts and give us strength. Let this journey at the opening of our Yizkor be one of sweet memory.
Please If you're not using it, close your prayer book. Sit back and relax for a moment. Put both feet on the floor. Close your eyes and follow this guided journey. We'll start by breathing deeply. Take a long breath in. Hold it for a moment. And exhale. With that exhale, let go of tension and worry. As you take in another deep breath, hold in the sweet possibilities for renewal in this coming year. As you exhale, let go of anxiety. We'll take one more deep breath together. Take in the possibility and potential of the new year and hold it for a moment. And then exhale and truly let go.
We ask you to find someone whose memory makes you smile, to recall a most special place where you shared wonderful time with that someone. Travel in your mind with that person to that place, and let's go on a journey. You find yourself in a place of good memory. Look around you. Reacquaint yourself with the place and its light, its smells, the warmth or the coolness of that good place. Wherever your mind brings you.
Let your eyes smile and rest on the person you are visiting, a person you miss talking to, your mother, your beloved, a friend, a child, someone you miss. They come towards you. How familiar they look. Are they smiling? They stretch out their hand to you. Take that hand. They speak to you. You sit together. Enjoy their presence. Take these minutes together. This is a gift. Listen to their voice, how it sounds. Say something to them in return. We're going to leave you together for a few minutes. Enjoy this time, the gift of their presence.
It's time to say goodbye. You have a few more seconds left. You may want to hug each other, or kiss goodbye, or simply smile. Hopefully you'll see them again. But it's time to go. As you come back to this September day, it's Yom Kippur 2020. We're connected in all different ways with friends, with family, with community. We're sitting with our memories, beginning the Yizkor service. You can open your eyes now. We take up our prayer books and find the words to Eli, Eli, page 540. Eternal God, we ask for your help, for our need is great. Our days fly past in quick succession, and we cannot look back without regret or ahead without misgiving. We seek to understand the mystery of our own lives, but our effort is in vain. And when suffering and death strike those we love, our faith all but fails us, and we forget that we are your children. God, help us to feel your presence. When our own weaknesses and the storms of life hide you from our sight, help us to know that you are with us still. Uphold us with the comfort of your love. Page 544 from the 16th Psalm. page 549. The death of a loved one is the most profound of all sorrows. The grief that comes with such a loss is intense and multifaceted, affecting our emotions, our bodies, and our lives. Grief is preoccupying and depleting. Emotionally, grief is a mixture of raw feelings such as sorrow, anguish, anger, regret, longing, fear, and deprivation. Grief may be experienced physically as exhaustion, emptiness, tension, sleeplessness, or loss of appetite. Grief invades our daily lives in many sudden gaps and changes, like that empty place at the dinner table, or the sudden loss of affection and companionship, as well as in many new apprehensions, adjustments, and uncertainties. The loss of a loved one throws every aspect of our lives out of balance. The closer we were to the person who died, the more havoc the loss creates. Love doesn't die quickly. Hence, to grieve is also to celebrate the depth of the union. Tears are then the jewels of remembrance, sad but glistening with the beauty of the past. So grief in its bitterness marks the end, but it is also praise to the one who is gone.
Page 553. Separation. Your absence has gone through me like thread through a needle. Everything I do is stitched with its color. Esa Inai.
On page 558, a prayer for those who mourn the suicide of a loved one. Let there be rest, and let it be at last the perfect rest, O merciful God Most High. Let there be light, heaven's radiance, gleaming light of the holy and pure, for my holy and pure one, whose corner was lit only by broken shards of light, not nearly enough to see by. Let there be in my life a shelter against the storms of guilt, anger, grief, and pain. When dark clouds gather above me, may I find a warm shelter of peace. And let there be a circle of souls around me, patient, persistent, filled with your compassion. And let us be bound up in a loving bond that will not break. Rest, light, shelter of peace, circle of souls, and give me the strength to praise. Page 262.
והגוף פועלך, חוסה, חוסה, על המלאך, הנשם הלך, והגוף פועלך, חוסה, חוסה,
Page 565. Everything will remember that I was here. The ships will be the color of my clothing. The birds will use my voice for singing. The fishermen on the rock will ponder my poem. The river will follow my footprints. Page 567.
There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light, long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us as we live our days. These are the ways we remember. We remember as we live our days. These are the ways we remember. We remember. כוכבים שאורם מגיע ארצה, רק כאשר הם עצמם עבדו ואינם. יש אנשים שזיו זכרם מאיר, כאשר הם עצמם אינם עוד בתוכנו. אורות אלה המבהיקים בחשכת הליל, הם שמראים לאדם את הדרך, את הדרך. הם שמראים לאדם את הדרך, את הדרך. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember, we remember. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember, we remember, we remember, we remember.
Over the next few pages, please find the prayers that are yours.
Page 578. Let's read these words together. Blessed is the life of every soul, pure and bright the breath of God within us. We pray, help us know the infinite wisdom that gives life and takes it away. Forgive us for anger, bitterness, and selfishness. Teach us the language of healing. Baruch atah Adonai mekor hachayim. Blessed are you, Holy One, who gives and renews life. Page 585.
Those who sow in tears will reap in joy, will reap in joy. Those who sow in tears will reap in joy. joy, will reap in joy. Those who sow in tears, will reap in joy. It's the song of the dreamer, from a dark place it grows, like a flower in the desert, the oasis of our souls. Come back where we belong. You who hear our longing cries, our mouths, our lips are filled with song. You can see our tear-filled eyes. It's the song of the dreamer, from the dark place that grows, like a flower in the desert, the oasis of our souls. Come back where we belong. You who hear our longing cries, our mouths, our lips are filled with song. You can see our tear-filled eyes. Those who sow in tears, will reap in joy, will reap in joy. Those who sow in tears, will reap in joy. Those who sow in tears, will reap in joy, will reap in joy. Those who sow in tears, will reap in joy.
If some messenger were to come to us with the offer that death should be overthrown, but with the one inseparable condition that birth should also cease, if the existing generation were given the chance to live forever, but on the clear understanding that never again would there be a child or youth or first love, never again new persons with new hopes, new ideas, new achievements, ourselves for always and never any others, could the answer be in doubt? When we fear death's decree, let these bring us solace, the memory of loved ones who have gone before us, a vision of generations to come, through whom we reach far into the future, beyond our own lives. Page 593.
Adonai roi lo echsar in odesh yarbitzeni al menenu
I shall not fear, for you are with me. The 23rd Psalm does not make promises that cannot be kept. The end of all evil, the eradication of suffering and pain, sunshine instead of shadows. It makes but one promise, only this: you are not alone. Page 596. My version of the Psalm's second line would read, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall often want. I shall yearn, I shall long, I shall aspire. I shall continue to miss the people and the abilities that are taken from my life as loved ones die and skills diminish. I shall probe the empty spaces in my life like a tongue probing a missing tooth, but I will never feel deprived or diminished if I don't get what I yearn for, because I know how blessed I am by what I have." We turn to page 597. So many of us in these months have buried someone from afar. Rabbi Menachem Mendel of Kotsk would say, "There is nothing more whole than a broken heart." A prayer for a funeral from afar during this pandemic, written by Rabbi Naomi Levy. It breaks my heart to lay you to rest this way from a distance, without the send-off you deserve. No touch, no kiss, no loving crowd in attendance. But I know your soul has already moved on from the body we bury to the place of eternal knowing and peace in God's shelter. I can't bear your casket, but I can bear witness to your undying legacy. I miss you. And nothing, no person, no joy, no accomplishment, no distraction, not even God, can fill the gaping hole your absence has left in my life. But mixed together with all my sadness, there is great joy for having known you. I want to thank you for the time we shared, for the love you gave, for the wisdom you spread. Thank you for the magnificent moments, and for the ordinary ones too. There was beauty in our simplicity, holiness in our unspectacular days, and I will carry the lessons you taught me always. Your life has ended, but your light can never be extinguished. It continues to shine upon me even on the darkest nights and illuminates my way. May God watch over you and bless you as you have blessed me, with love, with grace, and with peace. Amen.
Our loved ones live in our broken hearts, and at times that brings some measure of healing. Their acts of kindness and generosity are the inheritance they leave behind. We feel their absence, but the beauty of their lives abides among us. As it is said, "The name of one who has died shall not disappear." Our loved ones' names and their memories will endure among us. And these are the names on our lips and in our hearts, those members of our community who died this past year. As we remember, Robert Asher, John Auerbacher, Jane Friedberg, Abby Goodman, Peter Honig, Larry Krause, Harley Lewis, Erwin Margolin, Dr. Stanley Markovitz, Diana Munder, Saul Rakoff, Stanley Seidman, and Cantor Al Sturmer. Let's all rise for the words of El Malei Rachamim, page 598.
El Malei Rachamim, Shochein Pomeromim, Mitzay Menucha Nechoena, Tachat Kanefei השכינה. עם קדושים וטהורים, כזוהר הרקיע מזהירים. לנשמות יקירינו שהלכו לעולמם, ועל רחמים יסתירם בסתר כנפיו לעולמים. בצרור החיים את נשמתם. אדוני הוא נחלתם. וינוחו בשלום על משכבם. ונאמר
The words of Kaddish are found on page 606. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'le'almei almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudesha berichu le'ela u'le'ela mikol birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata. 612. The long day is over and the gates are closing. Slowly day fades into dusk. Soon the earth will darken. Our bodies weak and weary, our inner strength undiminished. This day has been a gift, uncluttered time free from hurry and routine, appointments or assignments. A time to face our sins and imperfections, our dreams and yearnings for the life we want to live. A time to leave the clamor of the world and attend to the voice within. Long ago, the temple gates were locked at dusk. So too at this hour, the gates of Yom Kippur begin to close. Have we done all that needed to be done? Said everything that needed to be said? The gates of God's compassion never close, but soon enough our lives will close in on us. Now in the silence of the soul, now before the day comes to an end, release the unshed tears and deepest prayers locked in our hearts. After Sarah died, Abraham went to Isaac, his son, his only one whom he loved, and he said, "Is it too late, my son? Forgive me. Please forgive me." As we are seated, we turn to page 614.
Page 620. I dreaded this moment on Yom Kippur. I imagined that at this moment, thinking of years past when hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people line the middle aisle to come into the ark to express the longings of their prayer, I dreaded this moment. But instead, I find myself so grateful for the spirit that's in this sanctuary that I know you can feel, for the miracles of connection that technology has given us so that we're able to connect so closely and so intimately and so directly. This year, as the Ark is opened, thanks to technology, you will see your names. Those of you who sent your names in advance, you will see your names scrolling through the Ark. And we invite you to linger there in the Ark. And if your name is not there, you are still invited to linger inside the Ark, to be there with the people who are important to you, and to express the longings of your heart in prayer. We invite you to stand for the beginning of the Neilah service for the Chatzi Kaddish on page 620.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבו ביעולמה דברו חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגאולה ובזמן קריב וימרו יתברך ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה יתהלל שמי דקודשו בריחו כל ברכתו ושירתו תושבחתו ונחמתו דמירון בעולמו וימרו אמן
The Amidah continues on page 622.
שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך. אדוני אדוני שפתי תפתח. אדוני ופי יגיד תהילתך. אדוני שפתי תפתח.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah. Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. We are seated.
This year, in filling out, whether on hard copy or online, the confession papers, what we also call the soul papers, for the sin I did by doing, for the sin we did by doing or not doing. The third paper is with gratitude, which online we were able to change, with gratitude for the ways I have grown, what I have learned about myself during this COVID-19 pandemic. And there were so many.
I have learned that tikkun olam is the only path forward.
I have learned that I want to marry my partner.
Gratitude for the community we've built, for family dinners and the love of friends.
That I am resilient and strong and resourceful. My family has survived without destroying each other.
For pausing and taking time to reflect.
I have learned to reach out to friends and not wait until they reach out to me.
I'm grateful that my office is still in business.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to slow down, to read, cook, exercise.
I've become more accountable, aware, patient, grateful, and empathic.
COVID helped me to see better what is important and what is frivolous.
I've learned that when things get tough, it's okay to lean on family and friends.
I have learned to appreciate morning walks with my husband and discover our neighborhood, to hear birds sing and watch the seasons unfold before our eyes.
I've learned to appreciate the pause from the daily grind and the gift of quality time.
I have learned that we all need each other much more than we thought.
I know more about myself and who I wish to become.
And I also want to add that because your spirit is so strong, we can feel you here this evening. Page 628. Open the gates of righteousness for us. Open the gates that we may enter and praise the eternal. Open the gates for us, for all Israel, and for people everywhere. The gates of acceptance and atonement, beauty and creativity. The gates of dignity, empathy, and faith. The gates of generosity and hope, insight and joy, the gates of knowledge and love, meaning and nobility, the gates of openness, patience, and the quest for peace, the gates of renewal, song and tranquility, the gates of understanding and virtue, the gates of wisdom and wonder, exaltation, youth and old age, the gates of Zion, reborn and rebuilt in our time. Open the gates, open them wide, show us the way to enter. Page 640.
When you are asked in the world to come, what kind of work did you do? And your answer is, I fed the hungry. The response will be, this is the gate of the eternal. Enter into it, you who fed the hungry. If your answer is, I gave drink to the thirsty, the response will be, this is the gate of the eternal. Enter into it, you who gave drink to the thirsty. If your answer is, I clothed the naked, the response will be, this is the gate of the eternal. Enter into it, you who clothed the naked. And the response will be the same if you answer, I was a parent to orphans. I was generous to the poor. I performed deeds of loving kindness. Before the gate is locked and shuttered, before every word is said and uttered, before I have become something different, something other, before the mind has lost its way, before possessions are packed and put away, before the pavement hardens, here to stay, before the apertures of flutes are sealed, before the laws of nature are revealed, before the vessels break and can't be healed, before decrees and edicts are imposed, before the hand of God has closed, before we rise to leave this place and go. 644, we rise.
Page 645. So many words. They echo in my head. I'm emptied out with no more strength to speak. Just my life breath, just my heart, just these broken shards of ancient prayer. They say the shofar's broken cry will reach you, you, rock of my heart, my portion forever. Page 646.
Page 648. Forgive us, Avinu, for we have strayed. Pardon us, Malkeinu, for succumbing to sin. You are generous in granting forgiveness, all loving to those who reach out to you.
Adonai, Adonai, El Rachum v'Chanun, Erech HaChaim v'Rav Chesed v'Yevet, Notzer Chesed l'Olamim, Nosei Avon v'Afesha v'Chata
Ki anu amecha, we are your people. Page 650, and we are seated.
Ki anu amecha ve'ata Eloheinu, anu chonecha ve'ata avinu, anu avadecha ve'ata Adonai.
God and God of all generations, may our prayers reach you, reach your presence. And when we return to you, do not be indifferent. Adonai, we are arrogant and stubborn, claiming to be blameless and free of sin. In truth, we have stumbled and strayed. We have done wrong. An alphabet of woes. Ashamnu, Bagadnu, Gazalnu, Dibarno Dofi. Of these wrongs we are guilty. The top of page 653. We rise.
Eloheinu, Elohei Avoteinu, Veimoteinu, Tavo lefanecha, Tefilateinu, Veyar titalam, Mitchinateinu, Shein hanochnu, Hazefanim uksheyoref, Lomor lefonecha, Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avoteinu ve'imoteinu, Tzadikim anochnu, ve'lo chatanu, Aval, anachnu chatanu.
top of page 653, Ashamnu.
Ay, 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 ay. Ashamenu,
Ashamnu,
Pagadenu,
Pagadnu,
Gazalenu,
Gazalnu,
Dibarnu dofi,
Dibarnu dofi,
ay, 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 Evino,
Avinu,
Evehireshanu,
Vehishanu,
Zadenu,
Zadnu,
Chamasnu,
Hamasnu,
Tafalnu shaker,
Tafalnu shaker,
ay, 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 Yatsnura,
Yatsura,
Izavenu,
Izavnu,
Latsnu,
Latsnu,
Maradnu,
Maradnu,
Niatsnu,
Yatsnu,
Sararnu,
Sararnu,
Avinu,
Avinu,
Pashanu,
Ashanu,
Sararnu,
Sararnu,
Ishinu ore,
Ishinu oref,
ay, 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 Rashanu,
Rashanu,
Shichatenu,
Shichatnu,
Yavnu,
Yavnu,
Tainu,
Tainu,
Titanu,
Titanu,
ay, 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 ay,
Of these wrongs we are guilty. We betray, we steal, we scorn, we act perversely. We are cruel, we scheme, we are violent. We slander, we devise evil. We lie, we ridicule, we disobey. We abuse, we defy, we corrupt. We commit crimes, we are hostile, we are stubborn. We are immortal, we kill. We spoil, we go astray, we lead others astray. Together at the bottom of the page, what can we say to you whose existence is beyond time and space? What words of ours can reach your realm beyond the clouds, beyond heaven itself? Every hidden mystery, every revelation, surely you know them all. Page 659. Let's read together. We loved and we wept. We were kind and spoke thoughtfully. We were faithful and trusting. We put forth effort. We were mindful. We embraced. We took delight in holy books. We were creative and we yearned. We fought for justice and searched out the good. We tried our best and we were attentive. We did what you commanded us to do. We found meaning in Torah, and most of the time we did what is right. We proclaimed your name and we were accepting. We were joyful and we cared.
We continue together. We have aspired to reach higher. We have befriended those in need. We have created works of beauty. We have delighted in holy books. We have embraced our dear ones and held them close. We have fought for justice. We have given of ourselves. We have honored your mitzvot. We have immersed ourselves in prayer. We have joined hands to build community. We have kept our word with integrity. We have loved faithfully and well. We have moved toward the light. We have nourished and supported. We have opened ourselves to hope. We have pursued the good. We have quieted our anger. We have remembered those who came before. We have sought meaning in Torah. We have trusted and been trustworthy. We have uttered words of beauty. We have vigorously struggled to do right. We have wept over our shortcomings. We have exchanged blame for compassion. We have yearned to make life better. We have zestfully rejoiced. We continue with gratitude for what we have learned about ourselves during this COVID pandemic.
During the pandemic, I learned how to drive.
I learned how to ride a bike,
I learned how to bake challah.
sourdough.
I've learned that finding someone you love and who loves you back is important.
I learned that I am strong and creative and that I can be present much more than usual.
I started watercolor with the help of an introductory course on Zoom.
I have learned to take hold of my household.
I've learned that I have good mechanical intuitions and can fix a lot of stuff at home.
For finding my way back to art, the quarantine period has helped me begin to paint, draw, doodle, and craft.
Despite being fearful of pets, we brought a pandemic puppy into our family. Our dog has added so much love and joy into our household during a time when there is so much sadness.
I learned that I am the luckiest person in the world and to not take anything for granted.
I learned that I am stronger than I realized.
That playing golf really does give me a great amount of joy and satisfaction, and that I don't need to feel guilty about that.
With gratitude for the chance to slow down, for finding joy in small things, for the dawning recognition that we have enough and even enough to share.
I've learned that I can make it to the other side of a depressive episode.
For beginning to understand my responsibility to address institutional racism in our country.
For looking deeper into the unconscious biases I hold that impact many daily decisions.
I learned that my adult children still need me and love me.
I learned that I knew little about politics and government, and now I feel more woke.
I learned that providing laughter, listening, and love are things that I'm good at.
My COVID experience taught me that given my unexpected 3 months of forced retirement, when I choose to retire, I think I'll be okay.
I'm grateful that Kolami has connected me to Tikkun Olam, repair of the world, helping to lessen my feelings of powerlessness.
I learned how precious each day is, and I'm trying not to take that for granted. I think we also know the power of blessing. If I can invite all of us at this time to reach out. If you're lucky to be with people, you can hold them. And if you're thinking about people, you can reach out to them. I invite you to say after me, Yevarechecha
Yivarechecha
Adonai
Adonai
v'yishmerecha.
ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and watch over you.
May God bless you and watch over you.
Ya'er Adonai
Ya'er Adonai
panav elecha
panav elecha
v'yechuneka.
v'yichuneka.
May the light of God's grace shine on you.
May the light of God's grace shine upon you.
Yisa Adonai
Yisa Adonai
panav elecha
panav elecha
v'yasem lecha shalom.
v'yasem lecha shalom.
May God be with you
May God be with you
and bless you with peace.
and bless you with peace.
We continue on page 660. Go forth in gladness, your heart filled with joy. Eat your bread and drink your wine. God of glory high above, hear the cry of those who trust you. Let your people know, even the unkindest of your deeds I will forgive. Go forth in gladness, your heart filled with joy. Eat your bread and drink your wine. Now as the gates are closing, now as the sun begins to fade, with waters of atonement, bathe your people, the ones you embrace in love. Go forth in gladness, your heart filled with joy. Eat your bread and drink your wine. Page 662, we stand for Avinu Malkeinu.
Avinu Malkeinu, kabel barachamim uvratzon et tfilatenu. Avinu Malkeinu, almighty and merciful, welcome our prayer with love, accept and embrace it.
Avinu Malkeinu aseh lama'an rachamecha harabim, act for the sake of your boundless compassion.
Avinu Malkeinu, aseh manu lema'an shemecha, act towards us as befits your name.
Avinu Malkeinu chotmenu b'sefer parnasa v'chalkala, seal us in the book of sustenance and livelihood.
Avinu Malkeinu chotmenu b'sefer zechuyot, seal us in the book of worthiness and merit.
Avinu Malkeinu chotmenu b'sefer slicha u'mechila, seal us in the book of forgiveness and pardon.
Avinu Malkeinu chotmenu b'sefer chayim tovim, seal us in the book of lives well lived.
Avinu Malkeinu chotmenu b'sefer geula v'yeshua, seal us in the book of redemption and renewal.
Avinu Malkeinu malei yadeinu mibirchotecha, let our hands overflow with your blessings.
Avinu Malkeinu petach sha'arei shamayim l'tfilatenu, let the gates of heaven be open to our prayer.
Avinu Malkeinu chadesh aleinu shana tova, renew us for a year of goodness.
Avinu Malkeinu ein lanu melech ela ata, we have no sovereign but you.
Avinu Malkeinu chanenu va'anenu, ki ein banu ma'asim, aseh imanu tzedakah v'chesed v'hoshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, almighty and merciful, answer us with grace when our deeds are waiting. Save us through acts of justice and love.
Avinu Malkeinu, Chaneinu v'honeinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chaneinu v'honeinu, ki ein banu ma'asim. Aseh imanu, tzedakah v'chesed. Aseh imanu, tzedakah v'chesed, ve'hoshienu. Aseh imanu, tzedakah v'chesed. Aseh imanu, tzedakah v'chesed, ve'hoshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chaneinu v'honeinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chaneinu v'honeinu, ki ein banu ma'asim.
Page 665. Set me as a seal upon your heart. As the book of life is closed and sealed, open our hearts, open our hands. Let those who asked forgiveness and those who gave forgiveness depart this place in peace. Let all God seekers and soul searchers of this day depart inspired and renewed. Together, let us build a community of commitment. Let all of us be sealed this day. Gmar Chatima Tova, sealed for goodness and sealed for life. Sealed in the book of life and good, eager to taste life's sweetness, to enjoy the fruit of our labors, to bring light to the darkness and joy where sorrow dwells. Be sealed for a year of Torah and soulful searching. Be sealed for a year of kindness, good deeds, and love. As the book of life is closed and sealed, open our hands, open our hearts. Page 666, open the gates. As we prepare for the close of the Neilah service and get closer to Havdalah, we invite you to stay on the stay on the live stream, but open a separate device and click on the link for the Zoom. Please, if your camera is off, turn it on so that we can all see you. Yom Kippur, liturgically, is set up as a near-death experience. We fast, we feel like we're dying, and we abstain from all kinds of physical pleasure. We recite the confessional before we die, we ask for forgiveness. But the difference is we're going to walk from here into our lives, wherever we are. We end Yom Kippur with life and with joy. Page 668, the joyous Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה ויעלם דברי חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה לעילא ולעילא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בימה תשבחתה ונחמתה דמירן תתקבל צלתנו ואתנו kol beit Yisrael kadam avuhon divishma yesh lemaraba mishma Shalom, Aleinu, Aleinu, Yale Kol Yisrael.
Open for us the gates of sacred community, that we may enter and feel its healing power. Open for us the gates of truth and integrity, that we may enter and grow in faithfulness. Open for us the gates of devotion and principle, that we may enter and find enduring values and meaning. Open for us the gates of repentance and return, that we may enter and offer our best. Open for us the gates of forgiveness, that we may enter and offer our humanity. Open for us the gates of kindness and compassion, that we may enter and offer our love. Havdalah is found on page 674.
For those of you who are joining us by Zoom, if you would light your Havdalah candle, and those who are joining us by live stream and not on Zoom, we invite you also to light the Havdalah candle that was in your bag. Every Shabbat, we move from Shabbat into the new week with light, with fragrance and taste and sound, touch if we're lucky. Yom Kippur is the Shabbat of all Shabbatot, and we end Yom Kippur not into a new week, but into a new year, a year of hope and of courage and of joy and of togetherness.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen borei peri hagafen la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei minei v'samim borei minei v'samim borei minei v'samim la 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 ya la 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei meorei ha'esh borei meorei ha'esh borei meorei ha'esh la 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam המבדיל בין קודש לחול, בין אור לחושך, בין ישראל עמים, בין יום השביעי לששת ימי המעשה. ברוך אתה אדוני המבדיל בין קודש לחול. אליהו הנביא, אליהו התשבי, אליהו הגלעדי, במהרה בימינו יבוא אלינו, עם משיח בן דוד, עם משיח בן דוד.
Hear, O Israel, the Eternal is our God, the Eternal is one.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever and ever.
Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
God is the Eternal One.
Adonai hu ha'Elohim, 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 Adonai hu ha'Elohim.
Tkiya Gedola. Shana Tova.
L'Shana Tova.